Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to a live stream State of Origin review. Special guest, NRL Vidz 090. If you guys aren't aware of NRL Vidz 090, he has a rugby league YouTube channel by the name of NRL Vidz 090. So, look, Origin 3 ended about an hour ago. We've both done our own separate reviews on our respective channels. So I thought, you know what? Why not come on here and do a bit of a live Origin review, see how many people are still awake from that defeat. Obviously, New South Wales have won the series, but Queensland have won Game 3 tonight. We both have a fair bit to say about a couple of players from tonight's match, but I want to welcome NRL Vidz 090, and thanks for jumping on tonight, bro. Mate, how are you feeling after that performance?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy despite losing because we've won this series, and I couldn't be more happy as a New South Wales, but just not getting the clean sweep was obviously a bit annoying as well, because I was hoping that getting the clean sweep would be the best way to end off the series this year, but not to be. But I'm still proud that we got the series win though this year.
Yeah, look, obviously, I'm happy that New South Wales have won this series, but I feel like I'm more happy than I was in Game 1 and Game 2. Maybe we should have lifted the shield up in Game 2, because tonight feels a little bit frustrating because New South Wales were defeated by the Maroons at Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast. But look, I've got to say, if you're a Queensland supporter out there, I've got to say, congratulations. Queensland were the better team tonight. They deserved the win. Good on them. They got the job done. If you're a Maroons fan out there, congratulations. Well-deserved win. Not taking anything away from Queensland. They deserved the win tonight, so full credit to them. But, it's disappointing from New South Wales' point of view, because we destroyed Queensland in Game 1 and Game 2. And then tonight, it was so disappointing. I thought, Queensland were good in the first 10 minutes, and then New South Wales were good for the next 10 minutes. But, my God, NRL Vidz 090, mate, what were your thoughts on the game? Did you think it was a great game of footy, or did you think it was a bit sloppy?
Look, honest, I think it was a pretty good game. There was a lot of good moments in the game, like, individual moments from certain players, and just the tries, and I feel like it was an okay game. I think it could have been better, but I feel like it was good enough. I'm obviously a bit disappointed in some New South Wales players like Mitchell Moses. I'm pretty disappointed in that. Jack White, I'm pretty disgusted at. But look, the game overall, I think it was okay. I wouldn't say it's anything amazing, but I think it was good enough. I just think that Queensland showed up, which made it a better contest rather than being a one-side match where New South just easily win. At least Maroons gave it a go that time. But definitely won the clean sweep though, but not to be.
Right. I'm a little bit pissed off with a couple of players on tonight. Now, look, we won the series. I'm happy about that. But this needs to be discussed, because I'm not particularly happy about a couple of these players tonight. I've got to talk about the halves. Jack White and Mitchell Moses. My God. Yeah. They were a really, really poor combination. Now, look, in the first half, I thought Jack White was a bit average. I thought Mitchell Moses was actually decent in the first half. But in the second half, it was completely the other way around. Jack White was the decent one in the second half. Mitchell Moses was the really, really poor one. So, look, we are going to definitely get into Jack White and Mitchell Moses. We will definitely dissect them. We will talk about their performance tonight. But, my God, disappointing for New South Wales. Queensland, fair play to them. They got the job done. But, mate, what we're going to do, we're going to go through the team from both sides, and we're going to give each player a rating out of 10. So we'll go one by one. So we'll talk about the first player, and we'll go with New South Wales. James Tedesco. What would you give James Tedesco a rating out of 10, with 10 being the best and 1 being the worst? How would you rate Tedesco tonight, NRL Vidz 090?
I reckon a fair 5 out of 10. I think, not that bad. It wasn't the best player, but I think he was actually okay for 10.
Really?
Yeah, it's surprising,
5 out of
but I
10?
think he was actually okay.
Really?
Like, not as bad.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
I could be look. Yeah, I could be generous. I could be pretty generous there by giving him a 5, but he wasn't as bad as what some players were for New South Wales for tonight. Let's be honest.
Wow. Well,
Wasn't
I think this is the first one that we're going to disagree on. You gave Tedesco a 5 out of 10, bro. I'm giving him a 9. I thought he was our best player. I thought he created everything that he possibly could. Obviously, we'll get to the halves in a little bit. I thought Tedesco was our best player, to be honest, but 5 out of 10 from you was a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect to hear that. Wow. Obviously, before we came live, we didn't really talk about it. It was sort of just a last-minute thing, and wow, I'm surprised you gave him a 5 out of 10. All right, well, I'm going to give him a 9. I thought he was our best player, but, we're all entitled to our own different opinions. So, wow, okay, fair enough. But you're going a 5 out of 10 for Teddy. I'm going with a 9 out of 10 for Teddy. What about the wingers, Toto and Addo Carr? What would you give them out of 10? What about those two?
So Toto, I'd give Brian Toto. Man, look, maybe a 5 out of 10 for Toto as well. I think Toto wasn't fantastic. I mean, I think he's been better in the first 2 series. He was better, but 3, I don't think he was as effective as what he was. And for Addo Carr, I reckon Addo Carr gets a 7 out. I think Addo Carr was actually not that bad. I thought he got involved as a winger, and I think Addo Carr. So I think he was the better winger.
Wow. Okay. Well, again, the Brian Toto rating surprised me a little bit, but, we've all got different opinions on this one. I thought Toto actually had a good game. I thought he was getting the sets rolling fairly good. I thought he tried really hard. Obviously, couldn't really get a whole lot of ball because he didn't get a lot of ball tonight, but I'm going to give Brian Toto probably a 7 out of 10. I thought he was okay, and you gave Addo Carr like a 7 or something. Look, I'm going to give Addo Carr probably a 6. I don't think Addo Carr was anything great. I thought he was a little bit off tonight, but okay, that's quite interesting. Now the centers, the centers, Turbo and Latrell. Now, obviously, you're a big Manly fan and you love Turbo, and I think we all love Turbo. But what would you give Turbo and Latrell tonight?
So I'll start with Turbo. I think, if you're going to win the Player of the Series and the Wally Lewis medal, then you have to go and say Turbo gets probably a good 10, I think a 10 out performance. I think he was the best player for us personally, and that's from a non-biased point of view as well. But look, he's not the only player who got man of the match in my opinion. There was as well, but I do think Turbo was the best on field. He got involved as much as he could. His defense, like his tackle on Cameron Munster was fantastic. If you saw that one, and his work rate, he's always in there, always giving it a go, and he's just a terrific player, Turbo. And with Latrell, maybe a 8.5 out of 10. I'll give Latrell 8.5. I think he was also another good player for us, one of our better players in our loss tonight. So I reckon that's a fair rating if I go with 8.5 out of 10.
Yep. All right. Okay. Turbo, 10 out of 10. I disagree. I'll probably give Turbo an 8 out of 10. I thought he was good, but I don't think he was best on ground. That's just my view on it. As for Latrell Mitchell, I'm going to give Latrell Mitchell probably a 7.5 out of 10 as well. Look, I thought Latrell was outstanding in the first half. Didn't see a whole lot of ball in the second half, but it felt like that Turbo and Latrell just had to do everything on their own with Tedesco. So I kind of felt sorry for him, but what can you do, I guess? All right, now the big one, the halves, Jack Whiten and Mitchell Moses. What would you rate Jack Whiten tonight? What would you rate Jack Whiten?
Jack Whiten, eh? Jack Whiten. Where do I start with him? I think Jack Whiten gets a fucking 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 for Jack Whiten. I give him a 2. I think it was shocking. I think absolutely dismal. I don't care what people say. I think he was terrible. He did not do anything that good. I think his kicking game was absolutely shit. His kicking game was terrible. His running game, look, when he scored that try from his running game, that was the only good thing he did. Finally did something. When he scored, I was like, hallelujah, he scored a try. Oh my God, he finally did something. And just Jack White, I think, him at 5'8" was the worst thing Freddie could do. So he gets a 2 in my opinion. And Mitch Moses, I give him probably a 4 out of 10. I think he was the better half than Whiten. But Moses, then again, he made some really stupid and shocking plays. Like his passes were terrible. And missing the first half, I reckon, as well, Moses. Like he did nothing in the first half. The second half got a bit more involved. Still, if you're there to play Origin, you should play your best game. But obviously he didn't, and that's Freddie's fault for picking him, I guess.
All right. I knew you were going to rant on Jack White because we spoke about it in the green room before the game started tonight, or at halftime, actually, I should say. Okay, Jack White, 2 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit more generous than that. I don't think it was anything unbelievable, but I don't think it was that bad. I'm going to give White and probably maybe a 5.5 out of 10. Maybe it was maybe a 5. I'll tell you what, I'll go in the middle. I'll give Jack White a 5 out of 10. He wasn't fantastic. He scored that nice try there before. But, you need to do more than just score a try in Origin to be great. Now, before I get into Mitchell Moses, if you guys would like to hear a rant on what we'll say about Mitchell Moses, make sure you share this video to as many people as you know right now, because I am about to tear Mitchell Moses a new arsehole. Okay, all right. Where do I begin with Mitchell Moses?
Here we go.
Okay. So everyone might want to sit back and laugh and enjoy this one because I'm not going to hold back one bit on Mitchell Moses here. Okay. So tonight, Mitchell Moses was a New South Wales halfback. He had one job. All he had to do tonight was go out there, he game manage, kick the ball properly, defend well. Now, what I will say about Mitchell Moses, he defended really well. His kicking game was absolute dog shit. Here's the thing with Mitchell Moses. Here's the thing. When you are selected to play halfback, I don't care if it's club level. I don't care if it's a finals game. I don't care if it's Origin, international. I do not care what kind of game it is. When there is 5 minutes to go in the game, or 10 minutes to go in the game, or 20 seconds to go in the game, it doesn't matter. Your job is to stand up, lead the team by example, and finish the game off. When you wear that number 7 jersey, whether it be for Parramatta, New South Wales, Australia, it does not matter. He can defend all he wants. I don't give a shit. His job, with 10 minutes to go, is to finish that game off. Game manage. Win the game for New South Wales. You're the halfback. You're the conductor. You're the leader. You're the one that is meant to steer the team around and finish the game off. And Mitchell Moses did not do that tonight. He went missing when it mattered most. He kept passing the ball to Tedesco. He kept doing these stupid inside-outside plays. His kicking game was terrible. Oh, wow. He put a grubber kick in for Epic Coruscant. Big deal. It was a lucky try. It does not matter. When he kicked the ball for someone who's on the burst, normally it's a lucky try from a kick. So you can't tell me that Mitchell Moses, you can't tell me that the game plan was to grab a kick it for Epic Coruscant. That's not the game plan. That's just a lucky try. Now, look, I don't want to be too critical of Mitchell Moses. I think he's a terrific player. I think he does a great job at Parramatta. But in these big games, he goes missing most. Now, you guys all saw last year my State of Origin Game 3 review. I absolutely gave it to Nathan Cleary when he cost New South Wales the Origin series. But look, Game 3, you're down by 2 points. There's 5 minutes to go, 20 seconds. You give the ball to the number 7. He wins the game for you. Go back in the past. New South Wales, they've had the likes of Brett Finch who've done the job. Andrew Johns, Trent Hawkinson's even done the job. You've got players in the past that have done the job. So, Mitchell Moses tonight, he did not deliver. I'm very disappointed, but I don't want to say I'm surprised. I told all you guys this when I lost to Penrith 2 weeks ago on the Friday night when he missed that kick to win the game. Mitchell Moses is not an Origin player, and tonight is evidence of his demise. Now everyone's going on about, but what about his stats? How good's his stats? Listen, stick your stats up your fucking ass. They mean absolutely nothing on the scoreboard. I don't care if Mitchell Moses had 150 meters in running. I don't care if he had 1 try assist. I don't care if he kicked the ball good on every tackle. It don't matter. When there's 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, 20 seconds to go, the halfback is the bloke who's supposed to step up and finish the opposition off. But unfortunately, he did not do that. I said it weeks ago, he's not an Origin player. He can't handle the big game moments. Everyone called me an idiot about it. And I sat back and went, righto, we'll see what happens on Wednesday night. And look what exactly happened. He did not deliver when the game was on the line. He tried to give it to Tedesco. Poor Tedesco, man. He had to do everything on his own tonight. I've been critical of Tedesco lately, but my God, what a complete joke that was. And, you know, everyone talking about stats and everyone talking about, oh, but he did his job. Listen, you're the number 7 of New South Wales for 1 game because Cleary's out injured. Step up, finish the game off. Don't go missing when it matters most. And that's what Mitchell Moses did tonight. I'm disappointed. But, hey, I told everyone it was going to happen. No one wanted to listen to me. If you're a Parramatta fan out there tonight, you should be disappointed. Stop defending your halfback. Accept the criticism. He did not deliver tonight. He failed. Fuck the stats. It don't matter because I lost the game. And even if I won the game, I still would have been critical of Mitchell Moses. I just want to point that out there.
Yeah,
if New South Wales had a won tonight, I still would have gave Moses criticism because he did not step up when it mattered most. So anyone out there who wants to defend Moses and say that, oh, he did his job, I don't give a fuck. It's about finishing the game off when it matters the most. For fuck's sake. Really, really disappointing.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone did 0-9-0. The floor's yours.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you made very valid points there. I think if you're selected to play Origin, you obviously have to play at your very best. And with Moses, he didn't. Moses didn't turn up. He didn't conduct the side as every good halfback would do in these big games. And unfortunately, you know, that was Freddie's fault for picking Moses. I think, you know, we would have been better off with Adam Reynolds at halfback because at least Adam Reynolds has that experience in big games for one and also kicking game for one as well. So he would have seen the side like a much more better as well. And plus, the reason why Tom Trbojevic didn't get as involved was because Moses couldn't throw the ball out to him. Like you can see with Cleary, he gets the ball out to Turbo at least and gives him space and gives him opportunities. But with Moses, he give Tom opportunities. Like Tom wasn't as good as he was in the first 2 series because there was no opportunities given his way, and Moses was just hogging the ball and giving it to the wrong people at the wrong time. And Jack White, you know, Jack White had Latrell on his side, and Latrell's been one of the best players of the series. And yeah, Jack never chucked the ball out to Latrell either. So you know that's where you know you need better halves, and you need halves who can do the right thing. But obviously, you know, Moses is always failed in big games. And look, I've never really liked Mitchell Moses. I always kind of hated him. I think he's a good player, but just I don't know. I feel like he doesn't really stand up in those like finals matches. Like you can tell before, like last year in the finals, he struggled. And I think the year before he even struggled in finals. He just doesn't compose himself well enough of these types of matches. Yeah, I think it was wrong picking him. I would have been Adam Reynolds overall.
Yep.
Yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately.
Look, I'm just so sick of people on social media saying this. Oh, Moses' stats tonight compared to Cleary's stats in Origin 2. First of all, you can't compare Moses and Cleary from one Origin game to another. Just don't do it, please. For fuck's sake. Nathan Cleary had Jerome Luai in his halves partner. Moses had Whiten. Stop comparing the stats. For fuck's sake. Who cares about stats? His job is to finish the game off. Finish it off. Look, there's a comment here online I'm looking at right now. Let me read it out. Excuse me. People are saying Moses was fine. Okay. No, he wasn't. Stop defending him, please. It's ridiculous. So, here's Moses' stats tonight. 2 try assists, 1 line break assist, 13 kicks for 381 meters, 0 errors, did not miss a tackle. But he's trying to say Cleary, 0 line breaks, 1 line break assist, 20 out of 26 tackles, 448 metres from 16 kicks. Look, stop comparing stats. Seriously, anyone who compares stats, you make yourself look like an idiot. You know, for example, you can watch a game of football and you could go, oh, Josh Papali, he scored a try, he had 120 metres, and yeah, but you don't talk about his errors. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this, but I never ever want to see Mitchell Moses play Origin level again. I never ever want to see it again. It did not work tonight in a dead rubber, apparently, according to everyone, it's a dead rubber. You've got to finish the game off. It's not that fucking hard. Do people have amnesia? Do people forget what a halfback's job is? Are people stupid? Like, honestly, are people stupid or something? Do people forget what a halfback's job is these days? A halfback's job is to get the fucking ball and set up as many times as he fucking can, run the ball, make your tackles, kick well, and win the fucking game. For fuck's sake. You know, in the past, we've seen the likes of Cooper Cronk, Darren Lockyer, Jonathan Thurston, Alfie Langer, Andrew Johns, Brett Finch, Trent Hodkinson. All these players in the past have stepped up in Origin level at 5'8" or halfback. And tonight, everyone's defending Moses because it was his debut. He had 1 game. Who cares how many games he's played or how many games he hasn't played? It's about getting the job done. When you're a halfback, 5 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go, 10 seconds to go. For fuck's sake, get the ball, go over to your dummy half and say, give me the fucking ball. I'm going to win the game for this team right now. And that's what he's meant to do. But no, everyone's like, oh, he made 1 good game. Or, well, not 1 good game. Oh, he had 1 game in Origin. It's all about his, what? Oh, he had 1 good game, you know, combinations, all this, combinations, that. I don't see anyone else complaining about combinations back in the day. So enough of this Moses bullshit. I'm fucking had enough. And you know what? I'm not going to blame Mitchell Moses for the Origin loss tonight. I don't think it's all his fault. But let me just say this. He made some very, very crucial mistakes in big moments. I'm just saying. I'm going to give Moses.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to give Moses a 3 out of 10. Awful, absolutely awful. Fucking honestly, awful. All right, let's move on, bro. What about the front row tonight? Dale Finucane and Junior Paulo. What would you rate them out of 10?
Yeah. Finucane probably a 10. I think he worked his ass off during the game. I thought he was really good for us. I think he, took on the line, defended well. I think 6 out of 10 is fair. And Junior Paulo, if I'm being honest, I feel like Junior Paulo was a bit disappointing, actually. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think Paulo was quiet. So I reckon Paulo gets a 5 out of 10. I think Paulo could have done a lot more. Personally, I think he should have let a lot more up front as a forward. But he was a bit quiet. I don't know what you think, but I think he was a bit quiet. Paulo, in my opinion. That's my ratings there.
Look, I thought Dale Finucane had a really good game, but I think he was on the bench for too long. He started well, and then he sort of didn't come back on to the last 15 minutes. It was a little bit late to bring him back on. I'd say Finucane gets a 6 out of 10, and Junior Paulo was a little bit quiet. I agree. I'll probably give Junior Paulo probably a 6 out of 10. I thought he was up and down, but
okay.
He was okay. What about Damien Cook now? Let me just say, Damien Cook. I thought Cook had a fair game tonight. Probably his best game in the series, to be honest. What do you think of Damien Cook?
Yeah, look, he was okay. I think he actually wasn't that bad for us. I think he's one of our better players overall. I think he composed himself all right to the game, and I think he did a job for much more you could really expect from him tonight. I'd give Cook a 7 out of 10. That's what I'll give him, a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, look, I'll probably give Damien Cook probably a 6 out of 10. I thought he actually played okay tonight, to be honest, but it was good to see Damien Cook run the ball a bit tonight, because when he ran the ball, he'd pass it inside to one of the forwards, and they looked really, really, really dangerous in that situation. So I thought Cook was pretty solid as well. But what about the back row, mate? Cameron Murray and Tarek Sims. What do you think of their performance?
Tarek Sims. I will say quickly with Tarek Sims, I thought he started the first half really good. I thought he was targeting Cherry Evans and Dane Gagai on that left-hand side and was really dominating it at the start. But then I feel like after he had really good 20 minutes of the game, I feel like he kind of went a bit quiet after that. I feel like he didn't get as involved as he was early on. So that was a bit disappointing. I think he wasn't bad, but he did get very quiet when he was starting really well. So I give Tarek Sims probably a 6 out of 10. And for Cameron Murray, I thought Murray was good. I actually thought Cameron Murray was really good, I reckon. I think he did really well. I could see he was trying to do something. He was trying to kick the ball. Like little rubber kicks, he was trying to give the ball the turbo. Unlike Mitchell Moses, he wasn't really setting up anything. Like, you might as well put Cameron Murray at halfback at this point because he was actually trying to do things. Unlike Moses, he wasn't conducting the game at all. He wasn't. So, and Murray, he's a back row, but he's trying his heart out. So, Murray, I give him 8 out of 10. I'm going to be fair here. I give him 8 out of 10, actually.
Yeah, look, I'll give Tarek Sims a 4 out of 10. I thought it was disappointing, to be honest. I wasn't really a big fan of Tarek Sims tonight. I thought he was actually quiet, but I guess it doesn't help when Jack White doesn't pass him the ball a whole lot. But, I'm going to give Tarek Sims a 4 out of 10. And as for Cameron Murray, I thought he had a really good game. I'm going to give Murray a 7 out of 10. I thought he played really well tonight in the back row. I thought he looked dangerous every time he had the ball. What about Isaiah Yeo, mate? What do you think of Isaiah Yeo tonight, rating out of 10? What do you think of Yeo?
Isaiah Yeo. I think he as he was in the first two games. I think he was a little bit lesser than what we would have hoped for during tonight. I think Isaiah Yeo wasn't bad, but again, he wasn't fantastic. He wasn't that amazing like we all know he can be. So I give him a 5 out of 10 probably. I'm playing 5.
You know what? I'm going to agree. 5 out of 10 for Isaiah Yeo. I thought he actually played okay. I thought he was quiet in stages out there tonight, but I agree with you. 5 out of 10 is a fair call, I think. The bench, Api Kodasau. What do you think of him? He didn't do a whole lot. He scored a try, but it was sort of a lucky try. What do you think of Kodasau tonight?
Well, at the start, I was thinking that Damien Cook would probably play a lot more of the game, and maybe Coruscant might come on with about 10 minutes left because I was thinking that Coruscant may not get actually enough game time to really show what he can do during Origin. But to Coruscant credit, I think he did okay with that try. That was good, but that was anyone could score that try as well at the same time. But I thought Appy was okay. I think obviously with limited time, I think he wasn't that maybe a 4 out of I don't know. Play a bit more minutes, I think I would have given him a rating, but I'd say 4 out of 10 is the fairest I can give him.
Again, we're going to agree. I'm with you. 4 out of 10 for Coruscant. He scored on a lucky try there, but I think a 4 out of 10 is fair enough for Api Coruscant. The bench, Angus Crichton and Payne Haas. I thought both of these blokes were really good tonight. What do you think of those two, Crichton and Haas?
I liked Crichton actually. I think Crichton was got involved. He looked pretty good when he was on. I thought he brought a lot of energy from off the bench. So I give Crichton maybe a 7 out of 10. I think 7 out of 10 is the one I'll give him. And Payne Haas, I think Haas was actually okay. I think Haas, came on and he did a good job. Being that proper rotation off the bench. So I think Haas for mine gets a 6 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, look, I'm going to give Angus Crichton a solid 6.5 out of 10, and I'm going to give Payne Haas a solid 7 out of 10 tonight. I thought he was outstanding. Had a really strong game in my opinion. And last player for New South Wales, mate, Liam Martin. Didn't really do a whole lot out there. What do you think of his performance tonight?
If I'm going to be honest, I hardly saw him on the field. Did he even play? I hardly saw him. I didn't really see him. I didn't see him until towards the end actually. I don't know. I didn't get much game time, did he? I thought, yeah, okay. Well, Liam Martin, I hardly saw him, to be honest, so I might give him a 3. Unfortunately, not because of his performance, but just because I don't think he got enough game time to really give him a real fair. So maybe a 3 out of 10. That's with the time he had on. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna give Liam Martin a 3 out of 10 as well. He played 28 minutes, yet he only ran for about 20 meters, so disappointing from his standards. But anyway, let's move on to the Queensland side, bro. I don't want to spend too much time on this one, but Kalen Ponga, mate, how would you rate Kalen Ponga tonight?
Yeah, Ponga, he really brought a real difference, didn't he, to the team? I think the Maroons needed Ponga because he's attacking, just his defense as well. Like, you know, he brings a lot to the game. I think Ponga gets that 8 out of 10. I reckon 8 out of 10 for him. I think he had a very good game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm giving Ponga an 8.5 out of 10. Forney had a fantastic game tonight, and he made a real difference to that Queensland side, so I'll give him an 8 out of 10. The wingers, Val Holmes and Xavier Coates. Val Holmes only played one half due to injury, but how would you rate Val Holmes and Xavier Coates?
Yeah, look, it's hard to really give Val Holmes a great rating because obviously he only played one half of footy. But look, I think he actually did all right. I think some of his runs, some of his carries were pretty strong, and I think Val Holmes didn't do a bad overall. I might give it probably just a 5 out of 10. I saw a 5 out of 10. I think would be fair. And then the other thing is Xavier Coates. I think Coates was like, you know, he got a bit when he had the ball, he looked dangerous, but every other time he just didn't get enough ball. I think at some stages. So I'm going to say Coates gets maybe a 5 out of 10 as well. So I give both things a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, look, I'm going to give Val Holmes a 4 out of 10. I thought he was whatever, you know, didn't do a whole lot, but him going off injured really sucks for him and the Cowboys, I guess. And Xavier Coates, I'll give Xavier Coates a 5.5 out of 10. Didn't get a whole lot of ball tonight, but he played fine, I guess. So I'll give him a 5 out of 10 or whatever. What about the centers, bro? Dane Gagai and Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow. How would you rate those two tonight? The centers.
Yeah, Dane Gagai, I think he was very good. I think Gagai was actually not that bad. I think early on, like I touched on before with Tarek Sims, I think Tarek Sims really targeted his side a lot in the first 20 minutes in the match. And I think Gagai looked a little bit flat in terms of defense early on, but he kind of shook it off afterwards and he kind of produced a bit of a better game. I thought, you know, he when he had the ball, he looked dangerous, you know, he ran hard, looked solid in attack and defense. So I think it was a fair game from Dane Gagai, actually. So I'll rate him 6 out of 10. And now with Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, well, you know, I don't really expect anyone to do anything big on their State of Origin debut especially, but with Hamiso, he was fantastic on debut for the Maroons. I thought he had a really good game. I think he was strong. He was very strong. I thought, you know, when he had the ball and like when he had the opportunities, he took them. I thought he took them with both hands every opportunity he got, and I think he had a really good game. So good on Hamiso as a Blues fan. So I reckon Hamiso gets a 7.5 out of 10. Yep.
Yeah, look, I'm going to give Dane Gagai a 6 out of 10. I thought he played solid, nothing over the top incredible, but solid. And as for the hammer, Tabuai-Fidow, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. You know, I thought he had a really good first half. His second half was a little bit quiet because he had to move to the wing for Brimson, but for Tabuai-Fidow actually did okay, so I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Mate, the halves, Munster and Cherry Evans, what do you think of their performance?
I think Munster, he had a good game. I think Munster was really good. I think he was definitely a much improved Munster in terms of discipline and also the first 2 games he had as well in State of Origin. Definitely improved in those 2 aspects of the game. And also, yeah, I think Munster, you know, he ran the ball. Like when he had the ball and was running, he looked dangerous. And that's what Munster has to do, run the ball, and he looks dangerous. Like whenever Munster has the ball, he runs, you know, he's a threat to anyone. Like everyone gets scared when he's running at the line because, you know, he's got the step, he's got the strength. So yeah, he's a threat, Munster, and I think he had a good game. So I reckon 8.5 out of 10 for Munster. I'll give him a pretty good rating there. Yeah. And Daly Cherry Evans. Look, I think Cherry Evans was also okay. I think, you know, it wasn't amazing, IC, but I thought he had a decent game to kind of them to victory, the Maroons. So I reckon Cherry Evans gets a 6.5 out of 10.
I'm going to give Munster a solid 8 out of 10. I thought he had a really good game tonight. His kicking game was outstanding, along with his running game. And as for the captain, Daly Cherry Evans, I'm going to give DCE probably a 6.5 out of 10. I don't think it was like amazingly great, but I thought he did a pretty good job tonight. So I'm going to give DCE a solid 6.5 out of 10. Mate, what about the front row? Christian Welsh and Josh Papali. What do you think of those two tonight?
Yeah, I thought Christian Welch wasn't that bad. I think defensively he was strong again. He's tough front row, Christian Welch, and he showed that, he definitely really turned up on to get this victory for the Maroons. So I thought he was one of their good players in the forward pack. So I go Christian Welch with a 6 out of 10, just a solid 6. And Josh Papali, or Papalihi, I don't care how they say it now, but I give him probably a 7.5 out of 10. I think he was actually, Papali. So, I think a good game, actually, overall.
Yeah, look, fair enough. Look, I'm gonna give Christian Welsh probably a 4.5 out of 10. I don't think it was anything amazing. As for Josh Papali, I'm gonna give Josh Papali a solid 6 out of 10. I thought he was solid as well. I thought he was real solid, and Queensland's front row wasn't too bad. I thought they did the job. Mate, what about Ben Hunt? Honestly, what a performance from him tonight. How would you rate Ben Hunt?
Look, one more incredible. I'd say it's incredible, his performance. I think he was fantastic at hooker. I don't know why from the very start they didn't really choose him at hooker. I mean, Harry Grant was obviously the first choice, but looking at it back at it now, I don't understand why Ben Hunt wasn't, the most preferred hooker anyway for the Maroons. I thought he was fantastic tonight. Got 2 tries, obviously. Was very good for the team. I really like Ben Hunt. Good to see him have a good game in Origin because he's struggled in the past, but he turned up and definitely gave it a go. And I feel like he was definitely the main reason why Maroons won tonight. So I give Ben Hunt a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Ben Hunt.
Yeah, look, I have to agree. I thought Ben Hunt was best player on the field. He's had a rough past. The 2015 grand final, 2016 semi-final, 2018 semi-final against South. He's had some really tough losses in the past, but I thought tonight was probably his best game of his career, to be honest. I thought tonight was the best game of Ben Hunt's career, and I'm being honest. I really believe tonight was the best game of his career so far. Look, I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. I thought he was perfect, played absolutely outstanding. So Ben Hunt, my man of the match, and in my opinion, you guys can disagree if you want, but Ben Hunt, for mine, that was the best performance of his entire NRL rugby league career tonight. I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah, wow.
As for the back row, Kurt Capewell and Felice Kafusi. Look, I thought Kurt Capewell had a fair game, so I'm going to rate Kurt Capewell a 6 out of 10. And as for Felice Kafusi, I'm going to give Kafusi a 5 out of 10. But, mate, what do you reckon?
Cable, yeah, like you said, I think Cable had a fair game and wasn't that bad. I think he's definitely a better back row in the centre. We can all tell by that one. But Cable, I'll give Cable a solid 6 out of 10. And with Felice Kafusi, I think Kafusi was actually all right on that edge as well. Main job. I give Kafusi maybe a 5 out of 10 as well. So I agree with you on that one in terms of Kafusi.
I find it very hard to give Kafusi credit because I can't stand the bloke, but he played okay tonight. What about Tino Fasua Malawi? I can't pronounce his last name. A big Tino, honestly, bro. I'm giving Tino a 7.5 out of 10 tonight. I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah, Tino Fasua Malawi. I think he was really good. I think he was really led from up front in the forward pack. I feel like he was really good for them. I think he set up a nice try before as well, that little offload to Hamid. So, definitely a good game from him. So I give Tino Tino, probably an 8 out of 10. I think he was great.
Yep, I agree. He had a really good game tonight, I thought, Tino. The bench. AJ Brimson, he played centre in the second half against Turbo, and I thought he did a fine job.
Yes,
So
he did.
I'm giving Brimson a 5 out of 10, mate. What about you?
Yeah, I think he did well when Val Holmes came off. I think he did a good job on Tom Trbojevic on that edge. Yeah, I think great, actually. I give Brimson a 5 out of 10. Did a nice job when he was on.
Yep. Moe Fodawaker, I thought he was probably, I've got to say, in this whole series, Moe Fodawaker has been probably Queensland's best forward. So I'm going to say Moe Fodawaker tonight, I'm going to give him a solid 7.5 out of 10. I thought he was terrific.
Well, I got a very different opinion on Moe Fodawaker, actually. I feel like he hasn't really been as influential as what I'd pick other forwards to be off the bench. I feel like much Francis Molo been better and all that. I don't think Mikey Fodawaker has been amazing. I mean, also I got to add as well, he gives away a lot of 6 agains, unfortunately. I think he's very slow when he gets up. I mean, yeah, look, I think he's an okay player, but I don't think he was anything amazing in my opinion. So I'll give Mikey Fodawaker probably just a 5.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I guess, sometimes we have different views on stuff, so fair enough. What about Molo? Look, obviously I'm a Cowboy supporter. Francis Molo, look, I thought he was okay. I don't think it was anything out of this world. I'm going to give Molo a 4.5 out of 10.
Yeah, Francis Molo, I like him, actually. I think he was okay. I give him probably a 6 out of 10. I think he was actually not that bad off the bench.
Yep. And the final player from the Brisbane Broncos, actually, Thomas Flegler. Now, I've got to say, I thought he had a really good game off the bench. Flegler, I thought he had a really strong game. I'm going to give Flegler a solid 6 out of 10. I thought he played really well tonight.
Yeah, Thomas Flegler. Yeah, it's good to see him get an Origin debut. I feel like he deserved it as well at the same time. And when he was on, I think he went well. I think he actually could cause a bit of an impact. He ran hard, defended pretty well. Yeah, I'd give him a 7.5 out of 10, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. So we're almost finished the review. I want to know something, mate. What's your opinion on the New South Wales Blues going for a penalty goal, 50 metres out with about 2 minutes to go? Latrell Mitchell going for a halfway goal. I don't know if it was Freddie's decision or Tedesco's decision as captain. Mate, personally, I thought it was a really stupid idea. What are your thoughts on that decision at the end?
Yeah, I agree. Stupid decision. I feel like that was not necessary. I mean, obviously, I know you want to level up the game, I guess, and just potentially take the goal on point and go for a field goal. But 50 metres out, just, I don't know. I don't think that was necessary, I feel like they should have gone for the try because you could see around the end of the game, in my opinion, Queensland looked fucked at the end. They were tired. They looked slow. They looked bad and bruised. Like, they looked so tired. They couldn't wait for the game to be over. I feel like that, if you've got Tom DeWee, like Shaw, today all involved with that last play of the game, I feel like, there could have been a try somewhere instead of taking the penalty goal. But anyway, fuck that's over now. But should have never happened. I feel like, we should have just gone for the try because, as I said, Morans didn't look like they wanted to play anymore, and Blues look desperate, and taking 2 points is just the wrong decision. So yeah, very dumb move for whoever came up with that. Not on, in my opinion.
Honestly, though, like, you wouldn't do it in a decider. Why would you do it tonight? Honestly, was Jack White and Mitchell Moses so scared? Was Jack White and Mitchell Moses so scared to try and come up with a play with a few minutes to go? I don't understand it. I could feel the try coming through Turbo or Tedesco. They looked so dangerous. When Turbo came in through the middle for a couple of runs, he made a few breaks through the middle. So I really don't understand why they went for goal. 50 metres out. I mean, putting all that pressure on the trail was totally uncalled for. I don't know why that happened, but anyway, I guess it's the decision that Fittler or Tedesco, whoever it is to blame for it, they have to deal with it. But, mate, before we get on out of here, mate, who would your top 3 players on ground for tonight be from 3 to 1? Who would your top 3 be?
Okay, so my top 3 players in ground. Number 3, I will probably give number 3 to maybe Tedesco. I give Tedesco probably a 3 now when I think about it. Number 2, I will give number 2, I would give it to Tom Trbojevic. Now I forgot more. Tom at second, and my man of the match in number 1, Ben Hunt. Now it has to be Ben Hunt. Obviously, I feel like he was the best on ground.
Yeah, look, my top 3. Number 3, I'm going to go with Kalen Ponga. Thought he had a really good game tonight, Kalen Ponga. Number 2, I'm going to go with James Tedesco. And number 1, my man of the match, I got to give it to Ben Hunt. Thought he had a phenomenal game tonight. So Ben Hunt gets my man of the match for tonight's State of Origin 3. But look, that's pretty much it for the review tonight. But I want to thank you, NRL Vidz 090, for jumping on at short notice. I appreciate you jumping on tonight. And, mate, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, too easy to be on here. And hopefully, if there's any more reviews that you want me to get on, I'll be free to jump on and do one again for sure.
Mate, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. Just so you guys know as well, before we get on out of here, tomorrow night will be the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. So make sure you guys tune in for that. That will probably be, I'm aiming for 6 o'clock tomorrow night for the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. Obviously, no NRL tomorrow night. There's games on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday night this weekend. No Thursday night football. So the Rugby League Breakdown podcast will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the YouTube channel. NRL Vidz 090 will be there, along with Warriors, NRL Fanatics, and I will get a special guest. I'll get someone to jump in, but looking forward to it. Tomorrow night, we will be reviewing the origin from tonight. We'll be talking about round 18 of the NRL. But, guys, this has been Nick from Australia and NRL Vidz 090. Have a fantastic Wednesday night, and I will have a great Thursday as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. Until then, lads, stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And fuck